war. The clash of steel and the roar of men filled the air. Long ago, in a great royal palace, there lived two young princes. They played together with joy and laughter, watched over by caretakers and guarded by loyal soldiers. As time passed, the elder prince was crowned king, seated proudly upon the golden throne. The younger prince, loyal and respectful, sat quietly behind him. Ministers, generals, and soldiers bowed before the throne in reverence. But fate soon turned dark. The younger prince was accused of treachery. Bound with ropes, he was forced to kneel before the king. With his hands pressed together, he prayed for mercy. The court watched in silence, unsure of his destiny. Seizing an opportunity, the prince escaped the palace walls. He journeyed far until he reached a humble rural village. The villagers were astonished to see a prince among their huts and fields. Meanwhile, conflict arose. Two royal armies faced each other on the battlefield. Soldiers carried spears and swords, while elephants and horses stood ready for war. The clash of steel and the roar of men filled the air. In time, the younger prince's courage and wisdom brought him victory. He was crowned king, seated proudly on the throne as courtiers and ministers paid homage within the grand hall. Beyond the palace, the queen, heavy with child, fled into the countryside with her attendants. Through forest paths and quiet villages, she sought refuge in the home of a wise sage. Years later, Prince Janaka set sail upon the vast ocean with 500 ships. The waves were strong, and the sky stretched endlessly above. But tragedy struck. Storms shattered the fleet, and mighty ships sank into the sea. Sharks and crocodiles attacked as chaos raged in the waters. Yet Janaka swam with unshaken determination. From the clouds above, the celestial goddess Mekhala watched. With compassion, she descended, lifted Janaka into her arms, and carried him across the sky, shining with heavenly light. Exhausted, the prince rested upon a great rock, falling into deep sleep. Around him, ministers and generals arrived, kneeling in reverence, recognizing their rightful king. Janaka proved his strength and skill through archery, striking targets with unmatched precision. His power inspired all who watched. Soon, he was united with Princess Sivoli. Together, they ruled with dignity and grace, seated side by side upon the royal throne, courtiers standing in loyal service. Yet, destiny is always mysterious. One day, Janaka and the queen sat beneath a great mango tree. Mangoes fell around them, ripe and golden, yet the branches above were bare, holding only leaves. This was a sign, a symbol of impermanence. In time, Prince Janaka renounced his throne. Clothed in saffron robes, holding an alms bowl, he walked calmly as a monk. Villagers bowed respectfully, offering food with devotion. At last, Janaka sat beneath a large tree in deep meditation. Peace surrounded him, as villagers continued to honor him. He had left behind the glory of kingship and discovered the greater truth of life, the path of wisdom and enlightenment. Since this was created with the I apologize for any possible translation errors. Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe.